That's not it. 1600, 1200. That's what it was. Yeah, because I restarted the PS2 also. Vain hopes that perhaps that was the problem. Alright, fingers crossed. Yeah, that looks like it's running better. There we go. I'm gonna shut him, get out of the way.
And always will be. For millennia, the forces of good and evil have been locked in eternal battle over the control of Earthrealm. Some seek to use the tournament to destroy all that is good. Others seek vengeance, power, or eternal life. Time after time, each individual threat has been vanquished, and Earthrealm has enjoyed relative peace for many years. But there is concern that Earth is once again in peril. And this time, the threat of evil has two faces. It is now known that the sorcerer Quan has escaped from the Netherrealm. Since his escape, Quan has unlocked the secret of the ancient runestone, discovered the ancient indefeatable army of the long-forgotten Dragon King, and most disturbing of all, formed an alliance with one of our deadliest enemies, Shang. With their combined strength, they plotted to overpower the only two beings who could prevent their total domination of the two realms. The first was the Emperor of Outworld, Shao Kahn. In a false show of allegiance, they sprung their attack. They then traveled to Earthrealm by way of a mystical portal known only to sorcerers and deities. There, they confronted Earth's mightiest warrior and champion of Mortal Kombat, Kang. It has been Shang Tsung's desire to consume the soul of Earthrealm's greatest warrior. Quan Chi's assistance, he achieved this goal. Kang is dead. They have since returned to Outworld and are using the souls of conquered warriors to resurrect the Dragon King's undefeatable army. Should they succeed, they will have the means to conquer Outworld and eventually Earthrealm. They will be unstoppable. I can no longer stand idly by and watch this evil consume the world. I have relinquished my status as Elder God to return to Earth and lead you all to battle against our old adversaries. We must act now. We must stop this deadly alliance.
Yeah, it's definitely better than it was. I can't figure out what's going on with it. It's very likely just the fact that I'm streaming through an Elgato from a PS2. I can't remember if this is what it looked like when I did the marathon or not. It's at least watchable now. Like, I don't know what it looked like to you guys, but in my Elgato before I restarted everything, it was bad.
Round one. Fight!
That's the title. Let's see. I'm going to try turning my buffering back on with the Elgato and see if maybe that'll help it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. I have the buffering turned off because it causes issues with the lip sync on HD games, but for this it should be fine. That's what it's supposed to look like. All right. Let's do this. I don't have anyone unlocked. I don't have any way to put a save on my memory card. Was this the first game to mention the specific martial art? I guess technically, yeah. Like, I'm sure there have been mentions of art styles, some of them used in other games, but yeah, this was the first one where you could change them. So yeah, this was 5. No, we want stupid questions. I want to talk about this franchise. That's the whole point of this. Can I do the history of Mortal Kombat? I mean, is that on here? Or do you mean, can I discuss the history of Mortal Kombat? I mean, I've been doing it for 5 weeks now. There's content on here? I don't know that I can play that, though, because it's, maybe copyrighted stuff. I think just watching that would be a little problematic. Let's watch it real quick. I don't think it's that long. Especially not given this was, 2005?
The very first time I saw Mortal Kombat, I was totally blown away by the extremeness of it.
In 1992, Mortal Kombat changed the world of video gaming forever. The use of digitized actors, compelling characters, and gruesome graphic effects all helped to create a phenomena that took arcades by storm.
A lot of people don't realize that the game was originally meant to be, you know, a quick project. I think if Mortal Kombat did not have any blood in it, it probably wouldn't have had the kind of success it did.
Fatality. Seeing people's first reaction of Mortal Kombat 1 in the arcades was pretty intense. You know, their reaction was just so over the top that, you know, they couldn't believe what they were seeing. Raven wins. Come here! Excellent. Scorpion wins. Flawless victory.
Mortal Kombat 1 exceeded everybody's expectations. I don't think anybody was expecting it to be, you know, to become as big as it did.
There is no question of the impact Mortal Kombat has had on gamers around the world.
Fight!
I love playing Mortal Kombat.
In 1993, Mortal Kombat 2 was unleashed upon a sea of bloodthirsty fans. More characters, more moves, more blood.
The biggest challenge was probably just the amount of content that we had to generate. You know, before, everything that were Mortal Kombat 1, we wanted to double. All of the fans of the first game had high expectations for the second one. The merchandising was when we really kind of realized just how big the game had become. You know, it had become a lot more than a game. The baddies and the friendships kind of poking fun at that whole controversy that came about.
Kang, Kung Lao, Johnny Cage, Reptile.
You know, all eyes were on us, whereas before we kind of snuck up on everybody.
But the fans would still not be satisfied.
Outstanding.
1995 saw the release of Mortal Kombat 3 with a diverse cast of characters, crisp graphics, and an intricate combo system.
Reality's boring. Nobody wants to pay for reality. We take everything beyond reality to the point where it's, you know, the only way to do this is through our video game.
It was around this time that Hollywood smelled box office potential in the franchise.
We were very happy with the first film. You know, we had seen it throughout its entire production. It turned out to be a really, really fun film. It's easy to come up with the ideas, you know. Anybody can come up with ideas for games and stuff, but it's to actually convert something from an idea in your head into reality, into something that is a sellable product. That's where the challenge is.
Mortal Kombat was unstoppable.
It was just fun playing constantly.
Mortal Kombat 4 is the mother of all fighting games.
New technology made for broad advances in video games, and Mortal Kombat took full advantage. In 1998, Combat, now in 3D, took on a whole new dimension.
The Mortal Kombat 4 Road Tour is something that's never been done before in the video game world.
I remember these big trucks driving around with the Mortal Kombat 4 logo on them.
MK4's release was again marked by controversy.
A new arcade game is causing quite a sensation.
Mortal Kombat 4. A new Mortal Kombat hits a new level of violence.
Meet Mortal Kombat 4, the latest horror in violent video games for your kids.
We took a look at games like this one, but are they just games, or could they have long-term effects on violent behavior in our society?
It definitely wasn't the only game with that kind of violence and blood. There were games that actually surpassed it. It was just the only game that really was, you know, hugely popular and had the violence and blood.
In 1997, Hollywood produced a second feature film.
The thing that really astounds us is that this one arcade game that we made in 1992 has managed to spawn off all these different forms of media.
MK4 would be the last version of Mortal Kombat to be released in arcades, and fans eagerly awaited the series' next chapter on home systems.
Toasty 3D!
The fact that it sold in the millions was really kind of like a, you know, a bit of an attestament to it. I guess it's staying power, I suppose.
Feeding off the power of next-generation systems, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance brings the franchise home and expands its mythology.
This is easily the biggest production of all the Mortal Kombat games. You could take, you know, take the work of 3 of the previous games, put them together, and you have about what it took to make this game.
We really wanted to make sure the martial arts was authentic in Deadly Alliance.
I'm really excited about the look of Deadly Alliance. It has a great fantasy look, but still realistic at the same time.
In this game, we can make things look a little more real with the clavicles and the neck bones that we didn't used to have in Mortal Kombat 4.
Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance debuted in Los Angeles at E3 2002, complete with a live show by Edema, performing their original song, Immortal.
The future for Mortal Kombat? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Over the last decade, Mortal Kombat has become a legend in the arena of fighting games that will be here for years to come.
Get over here!
Yeah, that WWF game was a lot like Mortal Kombat. Then it's an interesting game. Is the nicest thing I can say. All right, we're gonna just do some arcade towers. Show the characters we had. Like I said, I discovered during my Mortal Kombat marathon last year that I don't have any of my saves for Deadly Alliance or Deception anymore. I don't know what happened to them. All those early 90s Midway titles had people crossing over from other games. Bill Boone and Tobias folks. Yeah, now John Tobias has done other stuff after he left the company, including Tao Feng, a notoriously terrible Xbox fighter. Oh, I should have set up the Wheel of Destiny. I guess I could set that up real quick, actually. No, I'd have to log into Streamlabs and that would clear my chat. I'm gonna set that up for Armageddon at least, so we can random select. Oh, circle's not the button there. Hey, let me get my move list pulled up. Oh, is my webcam suddenly getting choppy? It's fine. I think it's fine. Oh, it's probably because I was opening Chrome. Oh my god. Oh my god! Why are things the way they are? Myself Midway helped develop. Did he come back for MK vs. DC? I don't remember that. Alright. Arcade. I keep hitting the wrong button. I swear to God, I'm gonna figure this out. I am playing this on original hardware. I've got my old slim PS2 hooked up. I got my shitty old PS2 controller. There we go. Well, alright then. Next game you play Deception? Yes, next week I'll be playing Deception. We'll be playing that for 2 weeks because we're going to spend some time in Conquest mode. Then we're going to spend 2 weeks with Armageddon. And then 1 week with 9. And then X. And then it should be time for 11.
Fight!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's all coming back to me now. Like a Celine Dion song. For sure coming back. Let's see. 3 moves, really. Oh, I have a moves list too. Oh right. This stupid move. Like I'm Sub-Zero. Oh, why aren't you doing it, Subby? What am I doing wrong? Oh, it's the other way around. Ah, I'm Sub-Zero. Oh, wow. You fell for that, huh? I don't think any MK fighting game ever tanked so hard that they desperately needed to recover. Yeah, even things like mythologies and special forces, which got a bad rap, never really killed the franchise. I love old Sub-Zero. Also, I love that he's literally just wearing his Mortal Kombat 3 costume in this game. Like, down to even the wraps on his wrist. I wish I had words to make you understand how fucking clunky this game is. Stab. Wait. Nope. One is 3. Legend. 3 is X. Okay. Yeah. Mythology served its purpose, which was backstory for 4. It was really just meant to introduce Shinnok and Quan.
Fight!
In this game for the alternate costume, man, yeah, they did a really good job with his traditional costume for this game. I wish I'd had time to go through and unlock all that stuff so I could show it off. That being said, I am changing up my Thursday schedule after starting this week. I think I'm going to do it. I'm gonna put Persona on hold. It's a combination of factors. The first is that, Johnny, I'm trying to talk shop here, please. What? Why do you have a dash away? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Mythologies was honestly fine. I was terrible at it, but you know. I'm putting Persona 3 on hold for 2 main reasons. The first being that nobody's showing up for the streams. The people I thought were going to show up didn't. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose to Johnny Cage in the second round because I'm too busy talking. Combos. I always like the dragon style. The second being, I don't think I can finish it before Mortal Kombat 11 comes out, and make no bones about it, this channel is going to be like 99% Mortal Kombat. when that game comes out. Like, I will probably still do Smash and whatnot on Wednesdays with Gamer Dad, but aside from that, the regular schedule is going to be Mortal Kombat for a good long while. So Thursdays, I'm going to just make sort of a variety stream. I might do a little bit more Deception or Armageddon or whatever on Thursdays, just to get some of that stuff unlocked. Spend some time in those conquest modes. MK for the next section. You're not lying. Mike will probably be joining me for some of those streams. He'd already mentioned a while back wanted to join me for some of the Mortal Kombat X streams, so you might get to see us. We haven't streamed a lot of us playing X. I wasn't in a position to stream it much when it came out. And, you know, the tournament was an unaired and a dark match, so it didn't count.
Finish him.
Oh, God. Back 4-4 down X. Yeah!
Sub-Zero wins. Fatality.
That's right, Johnny. Mortal Kombat champion, 4 years and counting. I wish these games still had their online components. Because I would, like... Mike would never do it, but I could definitely get Matt to join me on stream and play some fucking chess combat or some cart combat. I don't know. Mike might join me for cart combat if we could. I wouldn't be able to get him to play chess combat, though. Oh, chess combat was such a cool idea that takes so much time. Old Sub-Zero is... I like... You know, it's an awkward model for this era, but I like that he aged. I like that there's a clear passage of time. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. It's such a stupid throw. What? Why wouldn't I play chess combat? I didn't think you liked it. I think we had talked about this back when online was still a thing for Deception and you hated it. Was that power up? I powered up. Duh.
Sub-Zero.
Couldn't you tell?
Round
It's power up, obviously.
fight.
This one's powering up been a thing since this game. And never again after this. I don't even know what it does. And stabby.
Finish him. Sub-Zero.
Game of chess combat takes longer than open heart surgery, but I'd still play it as a one-off or something. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's kind of my reason I don't want to stream it, is because I'd have to play it solo, and it does take so long! Is he taking bleed damage from the sword? Yes, you do. They do take damage over time from the sword. You weren't able to impale after this game again, though. They got rid of that mechanic. But they gave you the Harakiri. Harakiri? Harakiri. Why did I pronounce it wrong? Because I'm a horrible person. Fall into my trap! I'm Sub-Zero! Yeah, Harakiri was Deception, but you lost, like, Impale and whatnot. I'm also realizing Sub-Zero appears to only have one fatality in this game. Oh my god, Bo Raicho, I'd forgotten what a motherfucker you are. Dick.
Sub-Zero wins.
Yeah, Harakiris were only in Deception. They never brought that back.
Fight.
What we should really be excited for about Deception, though, is the greatest Sub-Zero costume ever conceived. God, it's so stupid. Ice Shaker. It's literally called Ice Shaker. Oh my god.
Finish him! Sub-Zero wins. Fatality.
Does a tubby drunk dude attack you with farts? He does! Yeah, there's a lot of effort to unlock all the characters in these games. Just part of the reason I don't have them unlocked. I didn't actually own this one. You don't think that would work? You don't think what would work?
One. Fight!
Ripping out a skeleton? Ripping out someone's skeleton like that? Some whole you're telling me you never feel like your whole skeleton's being ripped out of your asshole? Yeah, wrecked. I can do that too. Oh! That reed! I'm gonna just let you kill yourself now. Feel like it, but it's not happening? Michael, let me ask you this. Are you 100% positive that it's not happening?
Fight!
I kind of want to get that back in there. That's what she said. Most people keep saying Moloch is Goro in that screenshot, but it would probably be drama. What, the one from the Jade trailer? It's Goro. He's got 4 arms. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just no, that read was not good. No. No. Ah. Oh shit. Oh, back forward. I did back forward, down. Yeah, if you're talking about the throne from the Jade trailer, he's got 4 freaking arms. It's clearly Goro. Oh, Moloch is with Goro in that screenshot. I misread that. Ground in front of Goro by the entrance to the throne area is what? What's going on? Ah, I forgot there was Test Your Might in this. One-eyed monster with a big wrecking ball. Oh, I missed that. I was too busy weeping over the death of Goro. My boy. They say that on a rainy night, from up in heaven, you can still hear it. Punch walk! What's the point of Test Your Might? It's to get coins. I may not be getting them because I didn't log into a profile or anything. Wow. This game really gets a little difficult when you haven't played it seriously in ages. Excuse me, sir. Ah, Chris is bad at video games. The trend continues. Drama into the club arm.
Round 2.
Okay, 11 and introducing any new characters. Do they even need to at this point? Yes! At least one in Jairus. And presumably Chronica, everyone says her name is, but that feels so on the nose. Is that my block? That's my block. And I mean, like, half of Mortal Kombat X's roster was new characters, so, you know, yeah, I'm about to lose this. Yep. Please do a fatality. What are you doing, Kenshi?
Wins. Gotcha.
Chronica, that name brings me back to WCW. Well, I don't know wrestling, so Mike will tell you I don't know anything about wrestling. Give me someone good. Are you for fucking real? Do I DVR Raw or just read the results? Man, I just read the results. I haven't watched a Raw in like a year.
Fight.
Although I did just see Mike saying Ricochet made his main roster. Well, I guess not even his main roster debut. He just showed up tonight. Oh, wow. This is the guy who used to do a fucking wrestling podcast. Mike, you ask me any wrestling question, I will answer it honestly. And I will answer it with accuracy, because I'm the best in the world. I'm the finest fighter in the place. I am the Mortal Kombat champion. Yeah, Ricochet teamed with Balor against Lashley and Rush. Also, Rush and Lashley are still a couple, an item, a thing. Good on Ricochet, but weird decision to put him on Raw like now, unless he's gonna show up at WrestleMania in some capacity, you know? Like. Actually, technically, yeah, I know that's why I'm surprised they were hanging out together tonight. Kind of thought maybe they were gonna do something with that. I guess it was stupid of me to think that they were gonna do something with a storyline where Bobby Lashley attacked his manager and then came out with 2 other guys that night. Boy, wrestling sure does sound like a porno when you have no context, huh? No, double ice back freeze! Why did you do that? Ah! Ah! I need you guys to fill out this year's Andre Battle Royal. Yeah, because as you know, no, that's a run button. As you know, there are no other people on the main roster. They usually put like 1 or 2 NXT people in that. Hopefully they will again this year.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, damn you, Ronda Rousey, and your whooping sticks. Gonna go for a smoke. I want to hear your Elimination Chamber thoughts, but wait till I'm back. Alright, you have 2 minutes.
Sub-Zero wins. Round 2. Fight.
Oh, Sonya. Sonya, please. Why are you so good? Why are you the way you are? Gotta lock all the NXT workhorses into the main roster contract for the alluring sin of AEW. I was by. Man, I was like, everyone was going on about what a weird deal it was about China being inducted with DX today, but my thing was, I can't believe Billy Gunn is so front and center on that thing when they just announced him as the first big AEW backstage hire, you know? Like, isn't he their lead trainer or something? Oh my god. Gotcha. Never mind.
Wins.
Guess I don't got her. He's their producer. He's doing for what Road Dogs. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't believe they put him front and center on their induction. Like, China was going to happen eventually, one way or another. Hey, I'll take it. Shawn Michaels, yeah. Shawn Michaels getting, Flair's got 2 now, and he'll get a 3rd with Evolution. They make a huge deal out of it like it's a fucking title. Ric Flair, 2-time Hall of Famer. It's not how that works, guys.
Round 1. Fight!
Oh, wait, I'm back. Brilliant. This sword has the souls of my ancestors. I was punked into getting it by Shang Tsung, and now I'm blind. At this point in the story, I was kind of an idiot.
Tsung wins. Round 2. Fight!
Oh, man. It was going to happen eventually once she either settled down or died. Like, she will get a solo induction now that she cannot, now that she cannot cause a shitload of drama for them. And, like, I'm not going to sit here and say who was wrong or who was right, but the fact of the matter was every few years, China would turn up with some bullshit. I think she'll eventually get a solo induction, but it's sort of the same thing as it was with it's the same thing as with Owen. They couldn't really induct her while she was alive without it being a bunch of bullshit. They can't induct Owen right now without it being a bunch of bullshit with the Hart family because Martha's so steadfastly against him. That's if Stephanie agrees with it, though. Stephanie will agree with anything that will make the WWE money. They don't care about Hall of Fame inductions. They care about how the company looks. Yeah, Warrior got in while he was alive. Savage, by all accounts, Savage was on the men's with the company when he died. Yeah, like, they totally did China wrong, but China was absolutely a shit show of a person who needed a lot of help. It's a shame that we never got to see the era where China would get her shit together and come back on better terms with the company. Which has sort of become the trend of wrestlers in the twilight of their days. Because, Vince will forgive anything if it will make him some money.
Round 2. Fight!
Ah, I found your weakness. It's shoving you from across the screen width. Yeah, China would have been great to have around in the PC today, just to talk. Yeah, so I think it's great she's going in, even if it's on a technicality. I think it is overdue. And I think eventually one day, not anytime soon, but in, 5 or 6 years maybe, I think she'll get a solo induction. Ah! So close. Oh, she did a fatality at least.
Sonya wins. Fatality.
And the fatalities were not grand in the PS2 era. That's what I'm saying. She would have been good to have around the PC. Hang out with people and chit chat about, you know, the business. I don't know that I would want her as a trainer. I don't know that I want China explaining to people how to, you know, how to work. But she still had information she could have passed along. Oh, Quan Chi suddenly got like oh, it's test your sight. Oh my god. I'm gonna put my finger on it so I can track it. Oh god. Oh no. It's in the center.
You chose wisely.
Man, Mortal Kombat got really stupid when they had to try to figure out how to make 3 dimensions work. Johnny, you were wanting my elimination chamber thoughts. Was there anything in particular you wanted to know about? They need to bring back Test Your Sight? Are you crazy? No, they don't. I took Tong Sudo in middle school, and I don't remember this stance. Wow. Wow. It's fast. She could help train people who are supposed to be monsters like Nia. Like, Nia doesn't need to be trained by China. Nia needs to be trained by just genuinely anyone. Do you have any special moves that can help me enter Quan Chi? Because Sonya's kind of kicking my ass.
Round 2.
There's one. Oh, it would help if I hit the right button. Nope, there we go. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He doesn't have his teleport kick, but he has this, like, slide and kick you in the junk. I don't think she's an accident waiting to happen, but I definitely think she's shown herself to be relatively unsafe recently. Any EC thoughts I have? Kofi should have won. Like, even if they were going to take the belt off him at Fastlane, Kofi should have won that. You could feel the fucking air leave the arena when he lost that match. So here's the final boss. Just like 46% difficulty. Like, what happens when I fight loser Cabal next? Fine, I have a strategy. I have a plan. And that plan is Australia. I think it's hard to call an audible in that match. You don't call an audible with your championship. Vince was like, Kofi would be jobbing to NXT the next day. Yeah. The second he missed that splash and Brian was in the corner, you could tell where it was going. Oh, man. You guys saw me, like, float in the air, right? Other than that, it was a fine card. The women's tag match was fine. The camera work was kind of shit. But I just don't think they know how to work around that chamber yet. Spam continued combo? Oh, but you're using, like, technical terms. No, this is not a stream where we're good at video games. This is a game where we brute force our way until we make it work. I've been using that chamber for years. I should know how to shoot it for now. It's not been for years. It's only been for like 3 or 4 years. It's not been that long, and they only use it like once a year. Oh my! Are you kidding me? I looked away to read the chat. Other thoughts about Elimination Chamber that I may have. That Ronda Rousey match shouldn't have been on the card. It was just to have Ronda come out in a Sonya Blade costume and Becky make her return. It's their second year. Is it their second year with that cage? Man, I feel like it's been around longer than that. They redesigned the cage a few years ago, Johnny. The original cage was too big. That's why they had stopped doing Elimination Chamber. They couldn't find arenas big enough to hold that original cage setup. Yeah. I thought it'd been longer than that. And if you watch them side by side, the new cage is noticeably smaller. No, they didn't need to protect the ladies. No. They needed the cage to be smaller because the arena size wouldn't accommodate that giant fucking monstrosity. And yeah, they did put a little more padding on it, but I'm kind of glad they did instead of the fucking like steel grate on the outside that people kept getting slammed into. Nice shaker! Just realized Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance doesn't have the breaker system. Ah! Glad Balor won. I think he'll be a decent Intercontinental Champion if they'll actually let him, be a champion and defend the belt and whatnot. And look like $1 million, and he's not just keeping it warm for the next guy. I fully expect him to lose it at Fastlane so that the Demon can win it back at WrestleMania. But as we learned last night while watching the Chamber, I'm wrong a lot. So, who knows? Oh, damn it. It's really all the thoughts I have. Well, last night was the first pay-per-view in 6 years without a member of the Shield on the on the card. Or rather, the first dual brand. Maybe it was the first one in general. I was reading that stat somewhere today. I think I read it. I gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Oh, it didn't matter. None of it mattered. None of it mattered.
Sonya wins.
Ha! You think the fans will finally accept Roman when he gets healthy? The same fans who say his cancer diagnosis is a work to try to get him sympathy? Really? Who did it even give me a random selected? Kang Lai. Wait a minute. Wrong name. I clicked Movado. Let's just say that I know for a fact that people are a vocal minority and a smaller minority than you think. I know. Yeah. Roman's got a lot more fans than you would think based on, the internet, but there's still a lot of people that don't like him. I think he's fine. I got tired of him being in the main event, but that was just because I got tired of, Roman keeps losing so he can build up to the big win. No, just put the fucking belt on him and eat a hat. I do like the particle effect. John Cena's surprise Rumble entrant thing? Oh my god. They would fucking eat him alive if he just showed up one day. Can't get that. There we go. There we go. What Cena did, the fans jizzed themselves over it. Yeah, but Cena did it for an arm injury. If Roman just shows up from fighting cancer, it's just I'm back, guys. They're gonna fucking eat him alive. It'll have to be something that's hyped. It's true there, yeah. Mike relieved himself readily when John Cena re-entered the Rumble. That Cena Rumble return is weird because, like, before and after, the fans still, like, really were not on the John Cena train, but for that one night... Ah! Closer.
Round 3. Fight!
Oh, no! No, do a thing! No, what are you doing? Why are you not responding to button presses? Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Down, up, back, 3? Oh, God, which one's 3? Is it circle? No, it's X. God, why is X 3? Oh, no! Yeah! Wow, that was... kind of a boring fatality. Yeah, Roman's got a huge group of fans. Unfortunately, wrestling fans are a very loud bunch of assholes. I would know I'm one of them. I know the percentages and I know how tiny they... Yeah, they're very tiny, but like wrestling fans are weirdly like loud and organized. Hey, Movado. There's nothing cool about you, Movado. I think I went on my little rant about Movado a few weeks ago during MK3, where it's like, the problem with Movado is they tried to make him cool by establishing he had killed Cabal and giving him his hook swords. Oh, who the fuck is this guy? Alright, fine, I'll explain it then. Movado is a Black Dragon member whose gimmick is he killed Cabal from Mortal Kombat 3 and took his hook swords. That's why he has them. This creates a huge problem in that Movado is not an interesting character at all, but Cabal is a very interesting character in both like story and design. So like, you have this character who every time you play as him, all you can think is like, wow, I could be playing as this other character, but he's not in this game for some reason. Also, Cabal's not actually dead because he's in Mortal Kombat Deception. But not actually dead is like the Mortal Kombat mantra, so... Mantra? Why can I not pronounce words tonight? Guess they brought Cabal back to life. Cabal evanesced himself. Yeah, so there's a reason Movado hasn't turned up after like this game stroke Armageddon. I mean, they're all in Armageddon, but, you know. Really? Thought it was going to give me Lee May. Thought we were going to see Virtua Fighter's influence on the genre for a second there.
Test your might.
Test your might, where you can see exactly how bad those models are for this game. Hey, there's Kenshi getting punked. Oh, God! This fart well. Oh, Kenshi.
Fight!
Death and Eczema are pretty much on par with each other in MK. You're dead, there's an ointment for that. Go see your local shapeshifter.
Tsung wins. Round 2. Fight!
Got him! No! Why? Why are you the way you are? The idea of Shang giving someone a tube of soul to help clear up their death. Drink this and then call me.
Fight!
Shang Tsung's life elongating elixirs. Your soul is my primary concern. Guys, while I'm getting my ass kicked, don't forget Thursday we're going to do something a little different. It won't be Persona. I'm thinking maybe Apex Legends. I don't know. If there's enough demand, might fire this up again. Might fire up Deception a little early. I don't know. We'll see. Wednesday will be the typical Switch nonsense with Gamer Dad. Don't know what we're playing yet, but if you've been joining us for Smash or Kart lately, it's a ton of fun. It'll be the normal start time of 9 p.m. this week, though, I do believe. One thing I like about MK, I think they introduced is taking a small amount of damage when blocking. No, they all have, pretty much every fighting game has done that for a while. I seem to recall Street Fighter 2 had that. Yeah, Street Fighter 2 had chip damage. You noob. You nub. I would be genuinely surprised if one of those old, like, SNK Neo Geo fighting games did not have chip damage on block. I keep almost buying those Neo Geo collections on Switch. Oh, those would be so much fun to play, I think. Hey, I'm Scorpion. Well, we're off to a great start. Novato is the master of 3 dimensions here. Martial arts, I liked it because it hurts when you block. Yeah, it was a little more realistic. It was meant to, it's meant to be a game balancing element, though. It's so you can't just, like, block everything and just wait out your opponent. You know, they can chip you down. Oh, he doesn't have the impale. He just, like, gotcha. It's actually really cool because it knocks you up into the other, Oh my god, are you fucking for real? Are you fucking for real? Movado with your bullshit. Movado, you motherfucker.
Round 2. Fight!
Yeah. Yeah, and Mike wouldn't like that because I always get the first hit. Man, I forgot what a pain in the ass his weird, like, bungee things were. It's a shame they're not interesting. More lies. Oh my god. Lies! Mike getting full advantage of that crow emote that you can get for subscribing to Notice Mike. Notice Mike, he draws porn. Watch that television / notice Mike. Eat hat! Man, this is like the clunkiest Cabal has ever been. Like, that is the word. I know I say that a lot, but that is my best description of how these PS2 era games feel. Just clunky as hell.
Round 2. Fight!
Which is weird because Shaolin Monks was like pretty snappy when you get down to it. Run face first into that fist, Kang. Get stabbed. Get stabbed. Vaughn is a real motherfucker.
Round 3. Fight!
I really like the particle effect on the hat. Like, it looks dated today, but for what it is, it's really cool. It's a nice effect. Oh my god. No, I just have to... No! No! So during MK4, a lot of the games looked rad as hell at the time, but didn't that age well? No, this definitely feels exactly like a, oh god, 13-year-old game? When did this come out? Deadly Alliance. Give me someone new. 2002. Oops. 17. Well, 16. It'll be 17 years old in November. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's Katana. Man, I am so glad Katana and Jade and Scarlet don't look like they jumped out of a cake anymore.
Fight!
You're lucky I don't remember how to do my Australian cannonball. Yeah, I remember this looking fucking awesome in 2005. Oh wow, Kano, you are the worst. During this came out in 2002, I'm gonna lurk while I go dig myself a grave in the backyard. Right? Yeah, I remember this like coming out because I remember it was a huge deal when I was in high school. Because everyone was like, "Oh my god, that new Mortal Kombat!" And it was weird because like we hadn't heard about Mortal Kombat since 4, so it was kind of a dead franchise at the time. There was a really long time between like comparatively, like by today's standards, standard amount of development time. Wow, good job, Movado. You are a shit stain. There we go. But like for the time, largely because of the transition, yeah, it's like 5 years.
Round 3.
I know when they announced this, I had forgotten about Mortal Kombat. Okay, that's a good strategy there. Never mind, no it's not. He figured me out. Oh my god, Movado, you are the worst. Alright, how do I do it again? I have to try it at least once. Away forward square. No, I didn't do nothing! He was prepared for the Australian power of cannonball.
Wins.
It's alright, nobody can beat their head up against the wall quite like I can. We got this. Random select, I'm starting to notice a preference here. Here's where we're gonna sit for the next hour. No! It's like 20 minutes and then we're gonna watch all the endings. You underestimated my ability to be a cheap bitch with a broadsword.
Round 2. Fight!
Whack. Ooh, what was... Did we both dash towards the camera at the same time? Got him! Got him! Oh, that's right. Kang Lao's second costume is way cooler. Down, up, back, 3. Oh, no, no! Oh, well, alright, fine. We just... Alright. Video games, everybody. Oh, is it time for another test your sight? It is. Now there's 4 cups.
Test your sight.
It's in that one. Oh, God. Nope, I lost it. Damn it.
Chose unwisely.
I chose unwisely. Mike, a little too late there, buddy. You gotta put the answers in the chat faster so I can look like a pro. Oh, did I make it a Moloch? Nice.
Round 1. Fight!
Lags. Ooh, he has no hit stun. Almost like he's some kind of boss character. Oh God, I just remembered how the Onaga fight goes. What did, oh God. Oh god, that's a stupid fight. I just remembered it.
Round 2. Fight!
Wow. He just is all up in my business. I can't... Sir? I remember the Oni was going to be a thing in MK. Yeah, they really wanted Oni to be a big deal. Wow, he just like got up in my face even when I was down and would not stop walking like directly into me. Oh. What's Sonya's second costume? Oh right, her military outfit. Which isn't a bad idea, just she's so poorly modeled in these games. Yep. Roar.
Fight!
Yep. Alright. Sir. 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 Oh my god. I technically did better, but damn. That jab with a cannonball knocks you back and stuns you, and he's just right up on you.
Fight!
Sir. Sir! Oh my god. Well, at least it's not a flawless now. I don't... It helps if you like hit him. I'm fucking trying! You remember what these games feel like? Thought the guy was gonna... What was... No, sir! Sir!
Finish her!
Welp. Oh my god. Hello again. Wait, do you only fight one half of the two alliances? You can tell how long it's been since I've like played this game this far. Because I seem to recall when we did the marathon, it was just sort of like, here's Deadly Alliance. It looks like shit. Let's go to Deception. It's the same fucking game. Red last time? Is there some mechanic with his eyes?
Fight!
Oh my god! Stop! Certainly a lot of fuck this one next during the marathon. I mean, so many of them are so similar to the others, you know? Like, we hit the PS2 era, and it's like, these games are all the same. Yeah, you know? Also, I will remind you, even with the mentality of fuck this one, let's move on to the next one, we still ran long. Huge fan of Mortal Kombat, Mike. It's just I keep doing things like trying to play all of them on stream, and it's really tainting my impressions of the franchise. I gotta go through the full intro every time, huh? Alright.
Round one. Fight!
Wow, did he counter that and send me flying? Is that what just happened? Wow. Wow. I don't have words.
Round two. Fight!
There's some mechanic with his eyes that I'm not picking up on. The mechanic might be that when his eyes are red, he's a cheap bastard. Maybe it's just they changed colors when he does special moves. I don't know. Yeah, put him in the corner. Yeah! Throat punch him, Sonya.
Round three. Fight!
Wow. He is not taking that loss very well. Damn. Alright, let's get some characters we haven't seen in here, and then we'll watch the endings. I think that ending video is like 25 minutes long? 20 minutes long? Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, Johnny.
Johnny Cage.
I seem to recall that, like, out of all the stiff characters, Johnny Cage was the stiffest during this era. Giggity.
Round one. Fight!
Yep, off to a great start. Have a goo ball. Wow. Let's try some Jeet Kune Do. Hey!
Wins.
Alright, I just have to do it, you know, at least once more.
Round two. Fight!
Oh my god. Dick. Get out of this corner. Up against the wall. Ugh.
Morlock wins. Round three. Fight!
That's not what I'm trying to do, Johnny. Oh my god. The way he spams that jab with the fucking wrecking ball is brutal, because he can just lock you into that thing. Oh my god. Come on.
Finish him. Morlock.
I thought Johnny was going to be the one who pulled it off for us there. That's bust out. Let's get Lee May over with. Sparkler. Seems like getting inside with smaller strikes works the best. It does, but once I get inside and he starts, it means he can whack me with that ball, and like I was saying, once he hits me with that jab with the ball, he can lock me down with it and just basically finish me off. Holy May.
Round 1. Fight!
Off to a great start. Louis Boffin. Every new character is off to a great start. Yep. I was onto something there, but I was not. The fuck is Sparkler? Is that her little, like, Bart hand attack?
Fight!
Do it, Lee May. We believe in you, much like Ed Boon did in 2002, when it looked like you were going to be a big deal for the franchise. Oh my god.
Lee May wins. Round 3. Fight!
Lee May. No, you can't. Closest I ever did with her, though. I think all that's left to try is Shang and Movado. Let's try Movado first. There's just such a gluttony of uninteresting characters from this era. I don't even say that necessarily as a negative. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff they did, and there's not a lot. There's a couple of these characters I would love to see come back. Man.
Round 1.
I'll have you win with Movado how much you shit on him. Oh no. Oh no. Is Movado secretly the best equipped character for a 3D fighting game from this era? Maybe, maybe not.
Round 2. Fight!
You just try to throw him but fail because he's a boss character? Is that what I just saw happen?
Wins.
God damn it, Mavato.
Round 3. Fight!
Oh my god, focus! Mavato! Ugh! I can't get him to stay on target.
Finish him! Wins.
Alright, Shang Tsung, and then we'll go into the ending. The ending theater. Oh, and no, wait, we got Bo Raicho too. I completely forgot about Bo Raicho, but it's okay. Well, I guess I haven't forgot about him either since he was DLC.
Round 1. Fight! Rachel wins. Round 2. Fight!
Alright, just do that again, Bo Raicho. Just keep spamming that. There we go. Seems to only work for one round. Seriously! God damn it!
Wins.
Back in there, I pulled a 95% damage combo by spamming that back fist combo over and over. That's what I'm trying to do. Because like it definitely seems like you're supposed to just sort of get in and keep him off guard. But I can't. It only seems to work for the first round. God damn it! This is so stupid. Why? Oh.
Finish him! Wins.
Alright. Shang Tsung. Sting and move, sting and move. I'm trying to sting and move. That's not really a strategy in this game. It's so slow and clunky. But is this game clunky? Yes. I want you to track down a copy of this game and play it. And tell me what you think about the movement in this game. Oh god, I forgot about the snake style. Ding Tsung. almost looks like I'm supposed to be doing counter hits, but like, I mean, in this game, fuck off. Reversals exist in this game? Not really. Do you mean like the like hold block? Because no, you don't have the breaker system in this game. Saw Sonya Blade reverse your ass? Yeah, she's got a reversal move. I don't think it would work on Moloch though. He's a boss. Yep, drop that.
Wins. Round 2. Fight!
Oh, hello. I have a backflip. But like that's not terribly useful because getting away from him is counterproductive because he'll do that. Anyway, so what we're going to do next is just like last week. We're going to watch all the endings for all the characters in this clusterfuck of a game. I don't know that we'll do this for Armageddon. We're definitely going to do it for Deception and probably for... do I have a week of versus DC Universe in there? I think I do. I need to double check the schedule. But we probably won't do this for Armageddon. Wow, look how much smoother that is than when I... Wow. Wow, that was busted the first time I strapped it.
For millennia, the forces of good and evil have been locked in eternal battle over the control of Earthrealm. Some seek to use the tournament to destroy all that is good.
This and MK4 is making the big bands playable characters from the get-go. Yeah, it's weird.
Time after time, each individual threat has...
Was Onaga playable in Deception? He was, you had to unlock it.
...relative peace for many years. But there is concern that Earth is once again in...
Alright, let's get those, let's see.
The hunt for Quan had led Scorpion to the palace of Shang Tsung. Scorpion entered the palace through a hidden passage. As he made his way through the lower levels, he was discovered by the two Oni he had previously encountered while in the Netherrealm. Shang Tsung...
Nope, we're gonna fix that. What's the resolution again? All this weird shit with the resolution. Naga isn't playable in Deception. Oh, is he not playable in Deception? I might be thinking about him again. 900 by 1200.
The hunt for Quan had led Scorpion to the palace of Shang Tsung. Scorpion entered the palace through a hidden passage. As he made his way through the lower levels, he was discovered by the two Oni he had previously encountered while in the Netherrealm. Shang Tsung had secretly allied with Moloch and Draman as a backup defense against Quan Chi. The two Oni had been hidden in an underground chamber and were periodically fed mortals to keep them satisfied. Scorpion fought well, but was overpowered by Moloch and Draman. Although they could not consume the ninja Spectre, they devised another means for eliminating their foe that would satisfy their cruel nature. The Oni brought Scorpion before the portal to the heavens that Shang Tsung had tapped as a source of limitless souls. They hurled him into the Solnado, and his hellspawn body was ripped apart by the purity of that realm.
Oh man, remember when Scorpion died? That's actually the canon ending, too.
Jax had a score to settle with the traitor he knew as Su Hao. Now revealed to be a member of the Red Dragon, Su Hao had infiltrated the Special Forces Outer World Investigation Agency and destroyed it with a miniature nuclear weapon. Making good on On his promise, Jax eventually caught up with Shao and ripped the implant from his chest in retribution. Shao died a most painful death. The Deadly Alliance was successful in reviving the mummified remains of the Dragon King's undefeatable army. Shang Tsung, however, began to realize that his relevance in the partnership had evaporated once his talents for soul transplantation were no longer needed. The balance of power within the Deadly Alliance had seemingly been undone. Fearing betrayal, he secretly instructed Kano to steal Quan Chi's amulet in an attempt to gain control of the army. Since part of the soul transfer spell included the command to obey he who possesses the amulet, the army would obey only Shang Tsung and not Quan Chi once the amulet was in his possession. Amulet in hand, Shang Tsung revealed his betrayal to Quan Chi and commanded the army to destroy the sorcerer. Shang Tsung would succeed where others had failed. He would conquer the realms. He would conquer Earth. Rage fueled Kung Lao's thirst for revenge. The memory of holding his fellow monks broken
really like some of these
on the
ending
late
graphics
tie
in
of the Wuxi
this
Academy
Kung Lao
grounds consumed him as he rained blow after blow down upon Shang Tsung. Kung Lao had finally mastered the attack Bo Raicho had taught him. The sorcerer could not withstand his whirlwind assault. Shang Tsung begged for mercy. Kung Lao granted him none. Upon his return to Earthrealm, Kung Lao
This is like the last appearance of chill, cool Kung Lao. After this was when they turned him into kind of a bitch.
During his absence in Outworld, he lit a stick of incense and placed it among the others already burning there. He bowed his head and prayed for safe passage to the afterlife for his friend and brother. With Shang Tsung's death, Liu Kang's spirit could rest peacefully. Earthrealm was safe once more, but at a terrible cost. The work of the White Lotus Society had become more important than ever. Li Mei had been promised that her people would be freed from enslavement if she could win the tournament held by the Deadly Alliance. Now that she had emerged victorious, the true purpose behind the tournament was finally revealed to her. Her soul would be the last one Shang Tsung needed to completely revive the Dragon King's lost army.
Hey, thanks for that resub, buddy. 7 months.
People would never be freed, and Li Mei herself would remain trapped inside the mummified remains of
We're watching some Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance.
to serve the Deadly Alliance forever. Kenshi had finally caught up with Shang Tsung in Outworld. Years ago, Kenshi had been manipulated into releasing the souls of his warrior ancestors. Shang Tsung had consumed those souls and left Kenshi to die in the tomb. The ordeal left Kenshi blinded, but the sword of his ancestors led him out of the depths.
Don't forget that Kenshi's sword talks to
himself. Kenshi had vowed to free his ancestors from their captor. He cut Shang Tsung down with his ancestral sword, and a blast of souls was instantly released. The spirits of the warrior kings re-entered the sword as Kenshi held it above his head. His duty fulfilled, he could now return to Earthrealm.
Duff! 500 biddies, thank you so much. You don't want Mike to come at you.
Lava burned out Cyrax's sensors almost immediately. He cast about blindly in the infernal pit, searching for the orb Nitara had sent him to locate. Cyrax found it resting upon a small submerged pedestal beneath the molten depths. As soon as he clambered to the surface, she demanded he hand over the orb.
God, Nitara!
To return Cyrax to Earthrealm once the orb had been retrieved. Taking her necklace in hand, she uttered a mystical incantation. A swirling portal opened around Cyrax had he only had time for a solemn bow before he was swept into the gateway. Shao reported to his superior, Movado, and informed him of his success in destroying the Special Forces Outer World Investigation Agency. Movado then informed Shao of his next objective. It seemed that Quan was proving to be a powerful ally and was willing to aid the Red Dragon in its quest for domination of Earth. In a show of good faith, Movado agreed to destroy Quan Chi's enemies. The sorcerer suspected betrayal from Shang Tsung. There was evidence that Shang Tsung had allied with the two Oni, known as Moloch and Ramen. Su Hao's new orders were to eliminate the sorcerer Shang Tsung before the Oni eliminated Quan Chi. After the destruction of the Deadly Alliance, Sonya searched for the missing Special Forces agent Kenshi. She finally discovered him badly beaten and near death, apparently from hook-like wounds in his ribcage. She managed to return him to the rendezvous point where I transported them back to Earthrealm. Upon her return, Sonya was promoted to general and given a choice of command. She handpicked a team to deal with new terrorists.
I really don't much with the idea of Cyrax being a special forces agent.
Special Agent Kenshi had learned of a new threat to peace. The Red Dragon had awakened. Once again, the threat to Earthrealm has been vanquished. The Deadly Alliance is no more. What dangers lie in the future I can no longer foresee. Perhaps the Dragon King will in fact return. Perhaps the depths of the Netherrealm will spew forth a legion of Oni. Even the vampire people pose a threat to peace now that Outworld is in chaos. But one thing is certain. Earthrealm must be protected. I have abandoned my status as Elder God to aid these mortals.
That old
defied of the heavens.
nugget of Mortal Kombat lore where Raiden just goes, I'm gonna quit so I can go help Earth. Raiden quits his job a lot.
As they traveled back to the portal that would return them to Earthrealm, Sub-Zero revealed to Frost that she had been an integral part in the destruction of the Deadly Alliance, and that he was proud to have her as a member of the Lin Kuei clan. But unknown to Sub-Zero, Frost's true intention for joining the Lin Kuei was to become Grandmaster herself. She used her Ice Blast to temporarily immobilize him and rip the Dragon Medallion from his chest. As she held the medallion, she felt power surge through her body. Lacking the strength and discipline required to control the medallion's immense power, she was consumed by her own freezing ability.
I always love that Frost punked herself. Everyone hypes her up as this great character, and she just
The Deadly Alliance was successful in reviving the mummified remains of the Dragon King's undefeatable army. It would appear that nothing could stand in the way of Shang Tsung and Quan Chi as they began their domination of the realms. Unfortunately for Shang Tsung, however, Quan Chi had no further need for the partnership. Once Shang Tsung had finally revived the last of the mummified warriors, Quan Chi closed the portal to the heavens and effectively shut off Shang Tsung's endless supply of souls. Quan Chi then instructed Kano to assassinate Shang Tsung in a surprise weapon attack. With their captor cut wide open, the thousands of souls Shang Tsung had consumed in the past spewed forth and swirled around the room. Quan Chi came to the realization that if Kano could so easily turn on Shang Tsung, he could also turn on Quan Chi himself. Quan Chi used his sorcery to drain the life from Kano and left his body where it fell. Immediately,
what is this surprise weapon?
Shot into Kano's body. To To Quan Chi's surprise, the man standing before him was no longer the black dragon thug known as Kano.
God, I wish they'd done something with
Kano's
this.
body now contained the soul of the Shaolin monk, Kang.
Forgot about that completely.
For many years, Movado's Red Dragon clan had been secretly engineering the destruction of their rivals, the Black Dragon. Through careful manipulation, Movado had used the Special Forces to unwittingly aid them in this task. In return for eliminating Kenshi for the Deadly Alliance, Movado was finally granted his battle with the last known member of the Black Dragon, Kano. After a long, brutal fight, Movado emerged victorious, and all traces of the Black Dragon had been erased. Impressed with the fighting skill and discipline of Movado, as well as other members of his clan, Quan Chi realized the potential the Red Dragon held for staging the eventual invasion of Earthrealm. In return for their continued assistance, he offered crucial information about a new threat to Movado's Red Dragon clan, the Lin Kuei. Upset by the way his adventures had been portrayed in the past, Johnny Cage found a loophole in his contract and left MCM Studios during the production of Mortal Kombat: The Death of Johnny Cage. He then used his own money to fund the production of his next movie, which is rumored to be the true story of his latest adventures in Outworld. Mortal Kombat: Deadly Alliance broke all records in its first weekend in theaters and made Johnny
Cage never died. And if you think he really died, you're a fucking mark.
Story of how Johnny Cage single-handedly saved the world from the threat of Quan Chi and Shang Tsung's Deadly Alliance. Kitana's longtime enemy Shao Kahn was dead, and the alliance between Shang Tsung and Quan Chi was defeated with the help of warriors from Earthrealm. Although there was peace once more throughout the realms, all was not right for Kitana. Saddened by the death of Goro, she attended a ceremony in the Kuotan Palace to honor her fallen friend and ally. Following Shokan tradition, Prince Goro's body was lowered into the molten rock contained within the throne room itself. As Kitana said goodbye to her wartime ally, she also held a moment of silence for Liu Kang, and secretly wished he had joined her in Edenia so many years ago.
Kitana got it rough.
Despite the strong sulfurous stench that filled the chamber, Reptile could smell that Tara and Cyrax had been there recently. There was no sign of them now, except for some scattered glass shards and a residual trace of strong magical energies. His revenge would have to wait. Suddenly, an expectant hush filled the chamber as energy cascaded around what appeared to be a dragon embryo. The tiny dragon stretched and the egg cracked. A beam of energy ripped out from inside and lanced into Reptile. His world was filled with a roaring power as his squamous body was twisted and transformed. The ancient prophecy had been fulfilled. The Dragon King had returned.
That one was canon. Onaga is technically Reptile.
After what seemed like an eternity, Cyrax finally emerged from the lava, holding the orb that had bound Nitara's realm to Outworld for ages. At last it was within her grasp. She would be able to free her people from Shao Kahn's imprisonment. Fulfilling her end of the bargain, she sent Cyrax back to his Earthrealm home in exchange for the orb. Nitara stared into the orb. It seethed with the power trapped within. She raised it above her head and then smashed it to the floor. It shattered with an inhuman, soul-rending howl. Its horrible energy exploded away and tore her consciousness from her. She awoke later for the first time on her native soil. Sent by the sorcerer Shang Tsung, the two Oni known as Draman and Moloch confronted Quan Chi, enraged that he had tried to leave them stranded in the bowels of the Netherrealm. In the battle that ensued, Draman leapt at Quan Chi, and both combatants stumbled into the intersecting chamber. Moments later, Draman emerged from the chamber, altered from his previous form. After defeating the Deadly Alliance, Sub-Zero returned to the new temple of the Lin Kuei with the severely injured ninja, Frost. A short time later, I visited the temple to commend him for his victory in Outworld and to express my gratitude for all his assistance. With Sub-Zero now the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei, Earthrealm will be well protected. Boraicho looked gruff, but beamed inwardly. With their victory over the Deadly Alliance,
yeah, they just gave up on
he and Kung Lao had liberated Outworld from its latest threat. Despite the years that had passed since training his last student, his skills had proven useful once more. He was elated, but it would be inappropriate to express such emotions in front of his newest apprentice. Kung Lao invited his master to return with him to Earthrealm to teach more warriors at the Wuxi Academy.
Mario Kart on Wednesday
Gave him renewed confidence in his training skills and, for the first time, a clear purpose in life. Boraicho offered only token resistance. He accepted the offer because the defenders of Earthrealm could certainly use his help, but more importantly, because Earthrealm's rights line put Outworld's liquor to shame.
I just jump across this.
Kano and Sonya had fought before. Although Kano was humiliated by his defeat at her hands so many years ago, this time the outcome would be different. Kano had stolen Quan Chi's amulet at the request of Shang Tsung. With the amulet in his possession, Kano came to the realization that he was now in total control of the revived undefeatable army. Rather than hand the amulet and the army over to Shang Tsung, Kano kept them for himself and used the army to ambush Sonya, ending their long rivalry once and for all.
God, that rug on Kano.
Having been enslaved through sorcery to guard the molten incubation chamber, Blaze was finally freed once the dragon egg had hatched. He then resumed the quest he had undertaken before being subdued by his captors.
Blaze will return in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Wow, they didn't even record voiceover for this one. Amazing. What is this? Oh wait, is that the Elgato? Is it gone back to the yeah, okay, the video ended and it went back to the Elgato. Okay. Oh my god, alright, that's Deadly Alliance, boys and girls. Done, dusted, in the bag. Don't have to play it again, but inevitably I will wind up playing it again on stream at some point. Wednesday, Mario Kart with Gamer Dad. Come hang out. We'll have an open room and a open Discord if you want to join us on stream. That'll start at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thursday, I'm either going to play some Apex or some Smash probably. I think I'm going to push it back to the old 8 p.m. start time too. Because that'll let me like have a day. Because the 4 p.m. kind of ate up. It made my days weird, you know. But Thursday will be that. Next Monday will be Mortal Kombat Deception. which is a game I still love. 24-hour Mortal Kombat Marathon 2 to celebrate the release of MK11. You know what? If we hit 50 subs before MK11, I will do it. I will do another Mortal Kombat Marathon. I will sell my soul like that. 50 subs. Make it happen.
Round 1. Fight!
Oh, God. This is an awkward game. Deadly Alliance is really super awkward, but it's the first one. Deception fixes a lot of the problems, but it doesn't really improve the gameplay that much. It's still very clunky. I'm glad they stopped trying to make 3D fighters. I'm glad they went back to a 2D plane. These games are good for what they are. They definitely kept the lights on with the franchise, but man, this is an era that gets worse every day that passes. These games have aged terribly. That had more endings than Return of the King. I know. Yeah, like I said, I don't think we'll do this with Armageddon because, first off, Armageddon is 60 endings, and secondly, they're not even interesting endings. It's like the same animation of the characters doing the same kata while a narrator reads some text. Man, they dropped a lot of balls with Armageddon, but there was so much in that game. You can't really fault them for that. So we probably won't watch those endings. We will, however, do the same thing next week for Deception. We'll play the game for a good bit, and then we'll wrap up the night by watching all the endings for the game. Johnny Cage. Well, I didn't know they actually displayed these in the game if you hung out long enough. Guys, I think we're going to go right into Gamer Dad so we could talk shit. Instead of the endings for MKA, just watch the intro of MK9. I mean, you may as well. I think every single one of those Mortal Kombat Armageddon endings are negated by 9. Oh my god. We're going to raid into Gamer Dad and we're going to tell him how much fucking better we are than him at Mario Kart, guys. So there's the raid command. If you're a subscriber, you can use that raid command. Pop in, say hi, drop that. Make sure you tell him that he sucks at video games and Baggy's going to kick his ass at Mario Kart. Thanks a lot, everybody who came and hung out. I do appreciate it. Duff, if you're still here, thank you very much for the sub. And I will see all of you lovely people Wednesday at 9 p.m. for the Mario Kart co-stream with Gamer Dad. Anytime indeed, bud. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.